and welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining. If you are new, if you've done one of my classes before, welcome back. Roll out your yoga mat when you're ready and we're going to get started with a really nice 35-minute full body yoga flow. When you get standing onto your mat, come down to your knees, tuck your toes, sit back onto your heels. Straight away you're going to feel a nice deep stretch into your feet. Sit here for as long as you can. Whenever it gets too uncomfortable, just come off the feet and sit onto your heels. Inhale to extend your arms out in front of you and take nice circles with the wrists, 2 to 3 in one direction, and then swapping over for the other direction. Gently place your hands down by your side, tuck your chin to your chest, reach your arms up and overhead and interlace your fingers to just place them lightly on the back of your head, creating extra pressure to feel a deep stretch into the back of the neck. Sending your inhale deep into your belly, exhale to release your hands once again by your side. Allow your head to fall over to your right shoulder, down through dropping your chin to your chest and over to the left. Continue with some half head rolls and finishing on a full head roll if it's comfortable in your mobility. Sigh it out on an exhale as you bring your neck back to neutral and then slowly walk yourself out into a tabletop position. Shoulders over wrists and hips over your knees. Exhale to extend your right leg out behind you and then take some circles with the ankles, creating nice mobility and just warming them up. Take one final circle, point through the toes, extend the leg long, and then plant the foot back down onto the mat. Inhale to swap over, readjust your weight, and then extend the left leg long behind you, point through the toes before flexing the foot and taking some circles with the ankle. Taking one last ankle roll. Point through the toes, extend the leg long, and then place the knee back down. Once more, come through that tabletop position, and then send your hips back to your heels. As you exhale, curve your spine and ripple the body forward. Inhale, open the chest, arch the back, and then send the hips back to the heels, creating this as a fluid movement. Arch your spine, ripple forward, open the chest, and then send the hips back. Move through this one more time. Ripple forward, curve your spine, really feel the nice flow. As you inhale, arch your back, send your chest forward, and then ripple back to our all fours position. Take some circles of the body, sending it over to the right, around and back, and then over to the left. Really just moving through intuitive movement here, whatever your body is asking for, and then come back through neutral and once more continue through a regular cat-cow. Inhale to curve the spine, chin to the chest, and exhale, drop the belly, open the gaze. Move through your cat-cow once more. Before finding that tabletop position for the last time, as you inhale to tuck the toes, push your hips back to your heels, and then send your hips high for our first downward facing dog. Pedal out the heels here, loosen out the body. Inhale deeply through the nose and sigh it out through the mouth. Ground your left heel. Inhale to swing your right leg high to the sky, coming through a three-legged dog. Exhale, bend the knee, hover it in the air for a moment. Before sweeping it all the way up into the chest, tap the knee to the nose, and then exhale, tap the knee to the left elbow, through center, and over to the right. Once again, bring it through the center before pushing it back up to the sky, coming through three-legged dog. Exhale, repeat, bring the knee into the nose, this time over to the right elbow, through the center, and over to the left. Exhale, send it back up to the sky, before tapping it back down to meet the other leg. Pedal out the heels, releasing everything. On a deep inhale, bring your feet together, lift high up onto your tippy toes, and then exhale, lower your heels to the mat to sweep your left leg up for a three-legged dog. Exhale, bend the knee. Inhale, sweep the knee up into the nose, push it over to tap the right elbow, come through center, tap the left elbow, and then sweep the leg up to three-legged dog. Really moving strong through the shoulders here. Once again, from three-legged dog, bend the knee up into the nose, exhale, tap left elbow through the center, and then tap the right elbow, come back through the center last time, and push it back up, three-legged dog, leg to the sky. And then release the left leg down, back into your downward dog. Inhale as you send your gaze forward, bend the right knee up into the chest, and then step it up in between the hands. Exhale to drop the back knee. Engage the core, sweep the arms up and overhead, reaching it slightly for a back bend. Inhale to replace the hands down to frame the front foot, tuck the back toes and lift the back knee off. Ground the left hand into the mat and then sweep the right fingertips up to the ceiling and take some circles with the wrists. Replace the right hand back down, release your right leg, swing it back up through downward dog and then continue for three-legged dog. Right leg is in the air. Really feel a stretch through the hamstrings and then replace the foot back down to the mat. Inhale, lift high up onto the tippy toes, ripple the body forward. From your high plank, lower gently with control all the way to the mat. Tuck the elbows to the body. Plant the palms under the shoulders and lift softly for a baby cobra. Exhale to release. Inhale to tuck the toes, pushing up and back for a downward dog. Inhale, release the left leg to the sky, really point through the toes. Bend the knee and sweep it up into the chest, stepping the foot up in between the hands, and releasing the back knee down to the mat. Really engage your core, open your chest as you sweep your arms up and overhead, reaching for a back bend. And then replacing the hands back down on the mat, tuck the back toes, plant the right hand into the mat as you release your left fingertips up to the ceiling, and once again create some circles with the wrists. On your next exhale, plant the hand back down to frame the front foot with both hands. Tuck that back knee off if it's not already lifted. Through runner's lunge, engage your inner thighs and sweep your arms up and overhead, coming into a crescent lunge. We're only here for a quick moment, just warming up the legs. And then inhale to release the hands back down, frame the front foot and just swap the feet. So step the left foot back, move through plank, and then swap it with the right foot, stepping the right foot up to the top of your mat, and then sweeping the arms up and overhead, moving through a high crescent lunge on the other side, to eventually readjust and find your warrior two. Arms come out either side of the body, strong stance. And exhale for Trikonasana as you straighten into the front leg, lower your body down, your right fingertips come to the ground and your left fingertips splay up to the sky. Trying to keep your hips in line with your body. On your next exhale, bend back into that front knee, lift up to warrior two, rotate off your back heel, and then lift your arms back up overhead, allowing your body to find crescent lunge, before planting your hands back down to the mat, releasing that front leg, stepping it back through plank and sending the hips high for a downward dog. Continuing straight into a vinyasa as you ripple through for plank, lower through your chaturanga, inhale for a nice up dog and exhale for downward dog. Inhale from downward dog, kick the right leg up to the sky. Once again, bend the knee, sweep it up into the chest and step the foot up in between the hands. Repeating this series on the same side, sweep the hands up for that crescent lunge and straight away find warrior one. Drop the back heel and exhale, drop the arms for warrior two. Inhale to sweep the front arm up and over, reaching for a back bend and finding peaceful warrior. And then exhale to come back through warrior two, straighten into the front leg and tilt the upper body forward for a strong Trikonasana pose. Bending into that knee, gently reaching through your warrior two for the last time before windmilling your arms back to the mat, framing the front foot, gently dropping the back knee, planting the left hand down and reaching the right arm up to the ceiling for an easy spinal twist. Send that arm back down, tuck the back toes, take a moment through low lunge and then step the front foot back to your plank and exhale for downward dog. Gently drop the knees as wide as the yoga mat and send your hips back to your heels to take a moment in child's pose. Softly check in with your breath, and as you inhale, send your body back up, readjust into that all fours tabletop position. Take a moment to move through cat-cow, finding there may be more mobility in your spine since you've begun to move and warmed up the body. And then come through a neutral position. Inhale to stretch your right leg out behind you, engage your core and lift off your left arm. Exhale, tap knee to elbow. Inhale to extend, and exhale as you bring the knee into the chest, tap it to the elbow and repeat. On this next one, keep the arm and leg extended. Inhale to bend the right knee to a 90-degree angle, and then exhale to sweep the hand around to catch the foot. Really create tension and push the foot away into the hand, allowing a really nice opening in the chest and a stretch into the shoulder. Exhale to release both arm and leg back down to the mat. Tuck the toes and push the hips up for a downward dog. Straight away, kick the right leg to the ceiling, three-legged dog, and exhale, bring the knee into the chest, step it up, sweep the arms up and overhead as you drop the back heel, finding your strong warrior one, and then exhale for warrior two, arms out by your sides. As you inhale, start to peel the front heel off. This will be a challenging pose for the balance, but really good to strengthen into those legs. And then sweep the front arm up and over, finding your peaceful warrior with option to keep the heel lifted. Gently come back through your warrior two, drop the front heel and windmill the arms down to your low lunge. And then kick the left leg up to the top of the mat, meeting in a forward fold. Sweeping the arms up and overhead, bringing yourself to a nice standing position. Exhale for a back bend and inhale, forward fold. Exhale, fingertips come to the shins for a halfway lift. Plant the hands back down and then hop back to your plank, or you can gently step back, moving through a vinyasa, dropping the knees, chest and chin to the mat. Inhale for a gentle baby cobra, and exhale, tuck the toes, push the hips back for a downward dog. Exhale in downward dog, and then inhale to swing your left leg up to the ceiling for a three-legged dog. Bend into that knee and sweep the knee all the way up into the chest, stepping it up for your low lunge. And then engage your core and your inner thighs as you sweep your arms up and overhead for that high crescent lunge. Exhale and readjust yourself into a strong warrior two. As you stand strong here, reach your upper body forward and down to place your fingertips just on the inside of the front foot, and then exhale, straighten into your left leg, creating this strong, nice Trikonasana pose. Inhale to gently bend back into that front knee, lift yourself up to a warrior two before windmilling your arms back down, planting your hands on the mat and releasing the front foot back for a downward dog. Ripple straight away into that high plank, move through your vinyasa, lower to the ground, and then exhale back up through baby cobra, finding downward facing dog. Inhale, lift that left leg up again, straight away, coming through three-legged dog, and then swinging the knee into the chest, stepping it for your runner's lunge. Exhale, sweep the arms up and overhead, find a strong crescent lunge, and then release that back heel, coming through your warrior one, before releasing your arms out for warrior two. Sweep the front arm up and over and send the body back, find your peaceful warrior. Exhale, open the chest. Come back through warrior two, straighten into the front leg and readjust to find your Trikonasana, lowering the upper body forward. Keep your hips in line here. And then exhale, last time up through warrior two. Meet the ground. Once again, hands come back to the mat. Step the left leg back, find downward facing dog. Inhale to ripple forward to plank. Release the chest to the mat, sweeping it up for your up dog or baby cobra. And exhale, hips high to the sky. Gently take a look up to the top of your mat and then take baby steps up where we'll meet in a forward fold. Inhale to sweep your arms down to come up, bring yourself back to a nice standing position. Reach for a back bend and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, fingertips come to the shins, halfway lift. And then exhale, plant the palms. Step the right foot back, step the left foot back. And from a strong plank, gently lower your knees with control back into that tabletop position. Shoulders come over wrists and your hips are just directly over your knees. Inhale to extend your left leg behind you and exhale as you reach your right arm off and forward. And then as you move through your breaths, bend the knee into the elbow and exhale, extend. Inhale, knee comes into elbow. And exhale as you extend, really reach arm and leg long. On your next extension, bend into the left leg, reach that right arm up and back, clasp it into the foot, and then create some small tension, pushing the foot into the hand, really opening the chest and creating space and a nice shoulder stretch in the body. Holding strong in the core. And as you inhale, release the hand from the foot, extend them both out long before gently placing knee and hand back down to the mat. And exhale out, sighing it out, send the hips back to the heels, taking a moment in child's pose. Allow your forehead to melt down to the mat and just engage with your breath, breathing deeply in through your nose and exhaling out through the nose. Inhale to push back up onto all fours. Tuck the toes, send the hips back to the heels, and we'll meet back in downward facing dog. On a deep inhale, sweep your left leg to the ceiling. Exhale, bend the knees, sweep it up into the chest, coming into runner's lunge. And then gently release that back heel down to the mat, engage your core, sweep your arms up and overhead. And exhale for warrior two. Moving through our variation of peaceful warrior, lift your front heel for a slider challenge and then reach your front arm up and back, concentrating on that balance and really burning into that front leg. As you gently, with control, come back to warrior two, drop the front heel. As you release your arms down to the mat, allow them to frame the front foot, kick the right foot up to the top of your mat, and from a forward fold, swing the arms down to come up, reaching out of the hips, and exhale, forward fold. Come to your halfway lift, fingertips come to the shins, exhale to release, plant the palms as you step the left foot back, step the right foot back, holding in a strong plank, lowering your knees, chest and chin to the mat, find a baby cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, push the hips back to the heels, and meet in downward dog. Inhale, kick your right leg up to the ceiling, three-legged dog, bend the knee, sweep it up into the chest, come into a low lunge, and then step the left foot up to meet it. Inhale, arms sweep up and overhead, find a nice standing position, reach your arms up and back, open the chest, and exhale, forward fold. Generously bend into the knees, fingertips come to the shins, halfway lift. Exhale, release, step the left foot back, step the right foot back, move through your plank. This time take a chaturanga, sweep it up for an up dog, keeping your elbows tight to the body, and exhale, downward facing dog. Send your gaze forward and take baby steps up to the top of your mat, meeting in a forward fold position, clasping your elbows and swaying side to side, loosening the neck and releasing the upper back. Exhale to plant your palms back to the mat. Release your left arm up to the ceiling as you straighten into your left leg as much as is comfortable. Bend into your right knee, creating a nice stretch. Flatten your left hand back down, swap it over, bend into the left knee as you extend right arm and right leg. This is a really nice stretch into the backs of the legs. Exhale, bring both hands back down to the mat and roll up to standing vertebrae by vertebrae, taking your time. Your head is the last thing to come up. Once you've made it standing at the top of your mat, take some slight shoulder rolls, 2 or 3 forward and back, really lengthen into that posture. And stand tall from the crown of the spine. Recentering yourself for a slight moment in mountain pose. As you stand tall, really ground all 10 toes into the mat, splay your palms forward and open up your chest. Close down your eyes if you wish. And on your next exhale, bend into your right knee, sweep the knee up into the chest, hook it with your hands, and then open the knee out to the right side, opening out the hip. And then as you bring it back through center, swing your leg behind you, clasp the foot into the hand, and pull the foot close to your glutes for a really nice upper leg stretch. Extend your left arm up to the ceiling to help you with that balance. Release hand from the foot, place it back down, bring your hands down by your side. Inhale, bend the knees to sweep the arms up and overhead. And coming into a standing spinal twist, send your right arm behind you, hooking it around your body, and look over your right shoulder as you twist around. Release the arms, swing them around side to side. Come back through the center and repeat on the other side as you sweep your left knee up into the body. Open out the hip to the left. Bring it back through neutral and then swing the leg behind you, clasp foot into the hand. And exhale to extend that right arm up to the ceiling. As you release to your next exhale, allow your foot to drop gently back down to the mat. Bend the knees, sweep the arms up and overhead. Inhale, invite in the energy. And exhale to repeat that spinal twist on the other side. Left hand comes behind the body and you send your gaze over the left shoulder. Nice big inhale brings you back to the front. Swing your arms around side to side. Loosen everything, bending into the knees. And then take a step back so you're standing in the middle of your mat. Inhale, sweep your arms up and overhead. Drop your right arm down and your left arm stays up by your ear. Kick your foot into your hand behind you, just like the pose we did. And from here we're going to extend further, coming into our dancer's pose. As you stand tall, you're just going to start to lean your upper body forward. That leg pushes into the hand behind you, creating space in the body. Find your point of focus in front of you to help with your balance. And then come back up to standing, bring the knee into the chest and drop it down. Both feet come to the mat, shake it out as we prepare to go into the other side. Sweep the arms up and overhead, lift out of the hips, and then send your body down for a forward fold. Releasing the hips here, bending the knees. And you're going to come back up to standing, rolling up vertebrae by vertebrae. Head is the last thing to come up, and then sweep your arms up and overhead. Bring your hands together in prayer, and as you release your left hand down, your right arm stays right up by your ear. Kick the left foot into the left hand and repeat forward in your own time for dancer's pose, lowering the upper body slightly, lifting that leg as it kicks into the hand, creating that nice suspension that you need. And gently bring yourself back up to standing. Swing the knee up into the chest. Walk out the legs. Shake everything out. Release the tension to sweep the arms up and overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Really release it down. Sigh it out through the mouth. Use your breath here to send out any tension that may have built. And then rolling back up to standing, where we'll meet at the top of our mat. When you get to the top of your mat, come down to a seated position. Gently bring your glutes to the mat and scooch back about halfway. Keep a nice bend into your knees. And then as you scoop in your abs, send your arms out in front of you and slowly roll down to the mat, coming down to a lying position. Once your head reaches the mat, scoop your knees into your chest and just rock side to side. Take circles with the knees and loosen out the lower back. Allow your breath to gently soften here and bring it back to a natural, steady rhythm. And then from here, flex into the feet, allow your hips to fall out and just hook onto your big toe with your fingers, coming into a happy baby, and continue that soft rock side to side. You can gently hold still in the center and just feel a nice opening in the hips. And as you exhale, release the hands from the feet, hug the knees in one more time, and then extend legs out in front of you, extend your arms overhead and push them away from your body for a full body stretch. And sigh it out as a nice release. Bring your hands down by your side, bend into your knees so your knees are facing the ceiling, soles of the feet flat to the mat, and as you peel your hips off the mat, lift them up into the sky, squeeze your glutes, come into a half bridge pose, and exhale, lower. Inhale to repeat, scoop your hips up, really engage your glutes, and exhale as you lower softly to the mat. Repeat this 2 more times. Engaging the hamstrings, pushing down with the feet as you lift your hips to the sky. And on this next raise, really scoop your hips up, lift your hips as high as you can, and then pulse your knees together, little pulses in as if you're squeezing an orange in between your knees. For 3, 2, 1, and gently lower. Bring your knees into the chest and rock side to side. Extend your left leg onto the mat, bring your right knee into the chest and over the side body. Your right arm splays out to the side and then send your gaze over that right shoulder. With every inhale you take, create space in the body, and with every exhale, melt into that spinal twist a slight bit further. Bring both knees back up to the chest and just swap them over. Extend the right arm. Bring your left knee in and over the body. Sending your gaze gently over that left shoulder. Inhale to gently bring your body back to neutral. Bring both knees into the chest for the last time as you take one more circle. And softly falling over to a side of your choice, come through fetal position to use that top hand, pushing yourself up to a seated position. We'll meet on the mat when you're ready in a cross-legged Sukhasana pose, tall spine. Allow the palms of your hands to meet your knees and just gently rest on your knees. Close down your eyes. Gently twist your head right and then left, loosening out the neck. Repeat a few more times. And as you come back to a neutral position, allow your right ear to fall down to your right shoulder, using that right arm to just place the hand on side of the head for an extra bit of added pressure, feeling a deeper stretch into the side of the neck. Exhale to release, bring your head back up and do the same on the other side as the left ear falls down to the left shoulder. Place your hand just on the side of your face and feel a deeper stretch into the neck. And once again, gently release, bring the neck back up to neutral, give a nice shoulder roll, shake everything out, and inhale to sweep the hands up and overhead. Coming into a side stretch now, so placing the right hand down onto the mat, extending the left arm up and over, leaving some space in the right side body and feeling a really nice stretch on the other side. Exhale to continue forward. Collapse the body down with control and then move over to the other side, repeating the side stretch. One last inhale as you lift yourself back up to that tall, straight spine. And exhale to continue forward. Walk your fingertips out in front of you and softly allow the body to melt down. Forehead comes to the ground, or you can place your hands underneath your forehead to rest there either. Take these last few moments to check in with how the body feels, and walk your fingertips back into the body, meeting in that Sukhasana pose. Release your legs out in front of you, give them a nice shake. As you bend the left knee in, bend the right knee, sending it up towards the sky, and the sole of the foot touches the mat. As you inhale, sweep your arms up and overhead. Place the right arm down behind you and hook the left elbow onto the outside of the right knee. Both sitting bones are firmly on the mat as you feel a deeper stretch into those glutes. Send your gaze over the right shoulder, and then gently as you come back to the front, repeat the other side. Swap the legs over so your right leg comes in underneath, bending the left knee up to the ceiling, planting that foot down onto the mat. Arms reach up, reach out of the hips, and twist over the left shoulder. Hook the right elbow onto the outside of the left knee. Really make sure your both sitting bones are on the mat in order to make the most out of the stretch. And then gently bring yourself back around. Unhook the legs, come straight into a butterfly pose. So drop the knees out either side, bring the soles of the feet together. Place your hands onto your ankles and just open the chest as you really lift your gaze. Move through some seated cat-cows. Tuck the chin to the chest, curve the spine. And inhale, swim through, opening the chest. Exhale, chin to chest and curve the spine. From butterfly pose, just recross your legs and find Sukhasana. For the last time, place your hands on your knees, either palms facing down or palms facing up, whichever you would prefer. Gently close down your eyes. Make sure your shoulders are dropped, holding no tension. They're away from the ears. And as you inhale through the nose, send it all the way down. Let the belly expand as much as possible. And then exhale out through the nose. Sitting in this nice quiet space to close down the class for the next few seconds. And if your thoughts have wandered, just bring them back to the present moment. Gently blink open your eyes. Start to wiggle into your fingers. Bring your hands together in prayer in front of the heart center, and we're going to close the class, bowing our heads, saying Namaste. And thank you so much once again for taking my class. I hope you enjoyed. Check out my channel for more classes. And thank you. See you soon.